Moving on to the next team for the Tata IPL 2025, one of the heavyweights, like we all say, roles reversal in that side because one is an Indian Test captain and ODI captain, one is the Indian T20 captain, but none of them are the captain of the Mumbai Indians. Is that person who got boos last season around, but won hearts after winning the T20 World Cup final, after bowling that all important final over, winning it for his side, and then coming back in celebration and getting a big cheer from the crowd. It's Hardik Pandya once again who's going to lead the side but not play the first game. Why is it so? We're going to hear more about that. I have Arijit Da once again, roles reversal, like I said, out here from Cricket Reborn. Welcome. But it's the Mumbai Indians we're going to talk about. First things first, Mumbai scouting team has a different recognition, as we all know. But what about this overall squad, as you see on paper? Do you think they are good enough to win the sixth IPL title?
Look, a team like the Mumbai Indians, we cannot write them off. Firstly, very much point noted. And if we look on paper, and if you ask me to rate this team on paper, I would say yes, there are loopholes, there are certain strengths as well, there are certain headaches. But on out of 10, I would rate it at the end of this video, perhaps, because after every discussion, all the discussion, I think that will be more apt. But if you look on paper, I think it's a good side, not bad, but certainly they have some weaknesses to cover up. They need to have some backup as well for some certain kind of players, like
Absolutely.
going to miss a few matches. Hardik Pandya missing the first game due to slow over rate in the last season. So yes, and with Mahela Jayawardene at the helm, I think these things can be taken care of in a seamless manner because he's the man under whom Mumbai Indians saw immense success, isn't it? So yeah, there you go.
Absolutely, 100% right about what Mumbai Indians is with Mahela Jayawardene. You said about that, but what about the 5 titles they have won so far? What about the success rate of the Mumbai Indians? Let's take a look into the cabinet. So much legacy this side has just recently won the Women's Premier League also. 2013, 15,
Definitely.
17, 19, 20 are the 5 times Mumbai Indians have won the IPL. Can I ask you one question? Which one has been the most memorable for you?
I think the 2019 one, that was really a memorable one. Like for someone who has been supporting Mumbai Indians for almost more than a decade, maybe. Like not really supporting in that sense. Like I'm a huge fanboy of Mumbai Indians, but I love the team. Like as a cricket fan, I think it's my role to be neutral. But again, working in this profession, I try to be neutral. But when it comes to Mumbai Indians, I think there's something that really amazes me. And in that point of view, I would like to say that 2019 is the season against Chennai Super Kings. Shardul Thakur, that last ball. Look at the
Last
bowling
ball, where
department.
Malinga.
LBW, yeah. And recently, I would like to bring a very a good story about it. Which in the recent ahead of the Champions Trophy final, I had an interview with James Pamment, like who was a fielding coach of Mumbai Indians during that time, and he revealed me this story, right? And it was really interesting because Lasith Malinga had a conversation with Rohit Sharma during that time. Like what delivery to bowl to Shardul Thakur at that point in time. It's a humding game. It's high voltage encounter. The final MI versus CSK. Rohit Sharma went to Lasith Malinga and told him, bowl whatever you from whichever angle you want over the wicket or around the wicket, just bowl in slower ones. Bowl in slower one, and you will see the result. And that is what Jimmy Pamment told me, and that is what I am conveying it to the fans. And the rest is history. We saw Shardul Thakur. He just missed it. He was LBW. And Rohit Sharma, who has played with Shardul Thakur, same state, Mumbai, and there you can see the connection. So that was really a very good title to win.
Absolutely.
Mumbai
Who
Indians
says
defeating
that Rohit
CSK.
Sharma cannot lead a side? This
I mean,
one example you said about that. Less than a year, just got 2 ICC trophies for us. So what's your thought about Rohit Sharma, the captain, whom I'm sure Mumbai Indians will definitely miss?
yeah, I think he's a brilliant captain. Talk about captaincy. I think in the modern generation, you talk about captains, and I think there are only few captains that stand, toe to toe, neck to neck with Rohit Sharma. You see someone like Pat Cummins, he's superb with his tactical decisions. There are a few as well. Temba Bavuma on certain formats is good as well. The results might not show, but when it comes to Rohit Sharma, he knows his players. He backs his players. He knows how to extract the best out of them. And I think this is no longer a wonder. Because I'm talking after India has won two ICC titles under him and just
Absolutely.
ended an 11-year drought. So I think that speaks volumes about it. And coming back to your question, if Rohit Sharma, like Mumbai
Okay.
Indians are going to miss Rohit Sharma, I think, yes, definitely. His captaincy is going to be missed under someone who won 5 titles. But again, you look at Rohit Sharma's current stature, like where he's standing in his international career currently. I think this is a perfect time to group someone else. And yeah, someone like Hardik Pandya, I don't think you need to groom him more because he has already won titles. But again, it's someone who can learn. There's always a learning,
True.
like there's no end to learn, right? So when it's Hardik
100%.
Pandya, he's always he can learn he can gather the best out of Rohit Sharma, one of the marvelous leaders. And yeah, so
100%. I'm
definitely.
sure he has learned a lot so far. He is himself an IPL winning captain as well, winning it for the Gujarat Titans. But he also has Surya Kumar Yadav next to him, who's the T20 international captain for India. But Hardik Pandya is going to lead, is what you're saying, and that's the truth. Let's take a look into the coach corner and the captain corner of the Mumbai Indians. No more Mark Boucher for the Mumbai Indians. Is welcoming back that Sri Lankan who has already been an IPL champion alongside Rohit Sharma. It's Mahila Jayawardene who is back for the Mumbai Indians alongside Hardik Pandya. But Hardik Pandya won't be there for the first game. Arijit, what do you think? Who will be leading the Mumbai Indians?
Yeah, I think Surya Kumar Yadav is the go-to person to lead Mumbai Indians in this case. I think why not? Because he's an Indian T20 captain as well. Straightforward answer. Would love to see Surya how he goes about business in the first game against CSK. A big game, but yeah, let's see how things unfold.
And as we were progressing about this conversation, I'm sure the fans might just ask us why Hardik Pandya is not leading this side in the first game of a season. He's fully fit. Make the news and just say why is he not playing the first game?
Yeah, for the fans who don't know about why Hardik is not going to play the first game because of the slow over rate that Mumbai Indians was a part of in their last game in the last game of the last season. So that is the reason why Hardik Pandya was penalized and he'll be missing the first game.
The first game. So it's carry forward to the next game, and that next game is the first game of the next season. That is the reason why Hardik Pandya unfortunately just misses the first game. After that, he's going to be back and leading the side for the second game. Surya Kumar Yadav is the go-to person. He's a very chilled captain, I must say. But if Surya is the vice captain, he's the leading the side. How much inputs do you think the Indian captain who has just won the Champions Trophy is going to input? Or is he going to be in the boundary line? Or you expect him to be inside the circle and allow grooming or helping the likes of Surya, Hardik for the Mumbai Indians?
Look, I think when you have the Rohit Sharma in your team in the playing 11, I don't think you need Surya Kumar Yadav to be within the 30-yard circle after the restrictions are over, after the power play, that is. I think Surya Kumar Yadav, we might see him fielding around the square leg areas, right sides. That is where we generally see him. And when it comes, even if he's a captain, yeah, obviously I won't be shocked if he's fielding inside the 30-yard circle. But I think that Mumbai Indians require good fielders at the boundary line.
And I think I will agree to you at this point and add Hardik Pandya when he's back as well. He's a terrific fielder. I think he also deserves to be in the outfield.
Yeah, he deserves to be in the outfield as well. But for example, if he's bowling, if he's going through a spell, that is when I might see him in the mid off or mid on and just share his valuable insights to the bowlers. For example, if you might see a young left arm pacer bowling, for example, like Ashwani Kumar, who MI has backed. So you might see Hardik Pandya fielding at mid on or mid off whenever he's bowling in the power play, mind you.
Absolutely, man. And Mumbai Indians buying youngsters, grooming them is never going to be changed. What about the squad of the Mumbai Indians? Let's take a look into that. This is what the squad of the Mumbai Indians more or less looks like. A lot of new faces, a lot of new faces, I must tell you. But few old faces also I can be seen. That is, one of them is Trent Bolt, who is back into the side. That's a huge boost, but he has to wait before he shares the new ball from the other end with Jasprit Bumrah. Jasprit Bumrah likely to miss the initial phase of the games. I'm expecting 3 or 4 games. That's a massive blow for Mumbai Indians. But if you look into the overall squad, Arjita, overseas players are there. Ryan Rickelton, I'm expecting him to be the perfect right-to-right replacement of Quinton de Kock, probably. But what do you expect from the likes of Bevan Jacobs, Will Jacks, Mitchell Santner? What role can these players play, or will there be a bench warmers in the side?
Look, I just try to break it down for you one by one. For example, if you take the names you mentioned, is Bevan Jacobs. Like, he's a lower middle order batter. He's a finisher. Now you don't have a Team David. Mumbai Indians desperately wanted to groom someone like Team David under Kieron Pollard when he was available. But it really didn't click. It didn't really work for Mumbai Indians, and we did see in the last few seasons. So now Team David is gone. And so here's Bevan Jacobs, who is a similar player, similar kind of a basher when it comes to when it comes to bashing the old ball. And mind you, he can clobber some huge sixes, and he's a very good striker of the ball. So yeah, watch out for him. Secondly, you spoke about another cricketer, and that is Mitchell Santner. I mean, the way he controls the middle of his face, that will really be key to Mumbai Indians. If you look at Mumbai Indians winning squads in the past, they had a Krunal Pandya who used to control that phase. Now he's gone to RCB, but there's a similar role that Mitchell Santner will be playing, and I think he can play it even better than Krunal. Like, I'm not comparing, I don't want to compare both players, but Mitch Santner is a much mature player. He's leading a national side, and look at his performances in the Champions Trophy recently. Like, he was bowling, like, on those flat wickets of Pakistan. He was really bowling brilliantly, right? So there you get the answer. And his variation in pace, like we get to see a 20 km/h variations on
Absolutely.
occasions. Yeah, sometimes he's
Absolutely.
bowling in mid 70s, or
77
sometimes
to
he's bowling
97.
110.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah,
And that's ridiculous control he had. But even
exactly.
in Dubai surfaces, the final, his spell alongside Rachin Ravindra, Michael Bracewell almost gave us goosebumps, and we were all at the edge of our seats, probably one wicket away from losing the Champions Trophy final. But yes, there were moments where he's so good, but that's a factor. You said about Kunal Pandya, now Mitchell Santner. That's the overseas factor where Mumbai Indians need to think about, because you can only use four overseas. What about Will Jacks? You brought him, but the number of Indian core you have at the top of the order, does this spot, is there anywhere he can get a chance at the top order?
Look, I personally feel that initially they bought Will Jacks to make him play as a top order batter to open with Rohit Sharma, because this is where you can get the best out of Will Jacks, the batter. You can give him more balls to face. He's very good against pace. He will be facing pace. But now that Ryan Rickelton has really
Correct.
excelled in the last few franchise tournaments of for South Africa, whatever he has played in capacities, whatever capacities, I think this is where the management comes. This is where Mahela Jayawardene, the coach, comes, and Rohit Sharma, his experience comes handy. So they will have to take a decision now. See, right and left-handed combination, Rohit Sharma and Ryan Rickelton, this is not bad. And in that case, you might need to give Will Jacks the perfect role of number five. So in that case, number five and number six, if Naman Dhiri is the impact player, on certain cases it can be, right? Because you don't want to tinker with the number three and number
Correct.
four, that is Surya Kumar Yadav and Tilak Varma.
Tilak Varma.
So I think
Absolutely.
so I think this is where Will Jacks comes handy, and it will be interesting to see what kind of role he gets. I personally feel Ryan Rickelton is going to start at the top, and this is where Will Jacks might play in the middle order and bowl 2 or 3 overs as well, and on certain conditions. Because if you want someone alongside Mitchell Santner to bowl 2 overs of spin, not like in home conditions, if you're going to Ekana Stadium or perhaps some other venues of as Chepauk, then you might have to change your strategy. You might add
True.
another spinner. So that's a different story altogether.
100%. It's condition based. You need to think about your squad. You're playing 11. But looking into the bowlers section, this is where I fear for the Mumbai Indians, because I see experience, but I don't see enough skill set to win you a T20I game. They've gone with experience of Deepak Chahar, who is number one, a little bit of injury prone player, but if he keeps himself fit for all the 14 games, we know the swing he possesses at the top of the order alongside a Trent Bolt. And imagine you bring back Jasprit Bumrah, who comes back. Who takes the new ball will be a huge equation. I think Bumrah can be held back. Deepak Chahar pulled. Bumrah are my three seamers. Spin where they had Allah Ghazanfar, they will be gutted. They couldn't get him because of injury. Mujibur Rahman is here. They've got Karan Sharma out there. But now, considering that you do not have Jasprit Bumrah in the first game, you have two overseas option of Reece Topley and Rizard Williams, who can be your option out there. But if you look at Indian option, there's just one man. And I read a tweet in terms of memes out there. Mumbai Indians just uses Arjun Tendulkar when they're knocked out of the tournament. Do you think that he's going to get any more game time?
Look, with that picture behind my back, I don't want to say anything about Arjun Tendulkar or try to say anything memes. I think he's really working hard. I mean, yeah, obviously he's not we haven't seen the best of Arjun Tendulkar with the ball yet. But yeah, coming to your question, I think when it comes to the pace department, if Jasprit Bumrah is not playing, uh, look, Mumbai Indians is one team that really loves to have two overseas spaces in the past. If you go by the history records, Trent Bolt, previously they used Lasith
Correct.
Malinga and Mitchell Johnson,
Correct.
Mitchell McLanagan and Malinga, even Jason Bandoff and Riley Meredith or some other guys as well. They were rotating. But this time, I think they might. We also know Mumbai Indians for backing youngsters, and if Bumrah is not available, there's Trent Bolt and Deepak Chahar bowling. You need another pacer. Then I think Ashwani Kumar can be a guy like
Okay.
uncanny operator, left arm pacer, very good in the death overs. Obviously, he hasn't been exposed much in these big stages, but again, he has played some competitive cricket in the past as well. So from Punjab he comes, and I think. We might see him perform well because he has got the skill set and MI has that ability to nurture talents. Who
True.
knew Alzari Joseph? Who knew Alzari Joseph
Absolutely.
before?
That
That
spell,
six
my
foot
goodness gracious me.
and
Absolutely.
you know who Alzari Joseph is, right? Mitchell McLanagan got a recognition. Marco Janssen, talk about Marco Janssen. I think
Yeah.
there are numerous examples that we can cite. Akash Madhwal, for example.
Oh,
So, yeah,
yes.
I think Ashwani Kumar can be that one guy as well. Talk about the pace department. Obviously, it's a risk. Obviously, it's a gamble. But again, it's high risk, high reward game. It might not work for them, but again, it may. So, yeah,
It may
I won't
definitely,
say that
and
it's
that's the reason why I think I am backing the Mumbai Indians, because their scouting department is ridiculous, and that's the reason why they might just pull things off and they might just work out. Corbin Bosch is another option in the overseas department. he definitely disappointed Pakistan because they are heartbroken out there because he withdrew from the Pakistan Super League and agreed to an IPL contract. That definitely did. Break the hearts of Pakistan fans, but he is now part of the Mumbai Indians setup. He can be an option. What about the fixtures of the Mumbai Indians? Let's take a look into this, Arijit. Talking about the fixtures of the Mumbai Indians, I can see 7 home, 7 away, with the last away game at Dharamsala being against Punjab Kings. So I think that could be a possible game for somebody like an Arjun Tendulkar to face because Marcus Stoinis is in the Punjab Kings, so we know what's holding out there. But starting with Mumbai Indians, they have the first 2 home games against Kolkata Knight Riders and RCB. Both opponents they just love facing, but it was a different ball game last time around at Wankhede when MI faced KKR. But they start with an El Clasico, Super Sunday, Mumbai, Chennai, and then they go to Ahmedabad to face the Gujarat Titans. If you look into the fixture, how many games are you confidently saying Mumbai Indians are winning?
Look, I think it's a tough prediction for me. And especially when it comes to Mumbai Indians, it's tough to predict the initial 7 games because that is just the trailer of the tournament. After the first 5 or 6 games, they start picking momentum. So
True.
when it comes to Mumbai Indians, so like it's difficult as I say. But if you want me to predict one particular game where Mumbai Indians should be confident and might pull it off, is against Gujarat Titans maybe in a Wankhede. They're playing
Okay.
on May 5. So I would
Yeah.
like to pick that game, and the sole reason being. They are playing in Wankhede. That's the latest stage of the game. Bumrah might be back in a good rhythm. Trent Bolt might be there. Hardik Pandya, he might be there as well. You've got Trent Bolt and Deepak Chahar in Wankhede conditions under floodlights. And against a few right-handed batters in Shubman Gill, Jasprit Bumrah. So obviously they're tremendous batters. Sai Sudarshan as well. He is a world-class, like one of the
True. True.
best,
True.
soon to be a world-class batter, right? So it's going to be interesting, and I would love to back Mumbai Indians win against Gujarat Titans in that particular
Gujarat
game.
Titans, you said that is the 6th game, 6th home game for the Mumbai Indians. What about the third one? It's against somebody like a Travis said, Abhishek Sharma, Ishan Kishan versus Bolt Bumrah. Maybe that could be a possibility. What do you see Sunrise Hyderabad at the Wankhede Stadium?
Yeah, again, I'm not too sure if Jasprit Bumrah would be available for that game. Like, only time will tell. If he's playing, then it's really going to be a box office game. If he's not playing, like again, it'll also be renowned for Ishan Kishan versus Mumbai Indians. Some redemption that we might get to see from Ishan Kishan himself. They showed faith in him previously, got him for whooping numbers as well. I mean, they got him back in the auction for some 15 point something crores. I think I'm not too sure about it, about the numbers, but yeah. So Ishan Kishan versus Mumbai Indians can be another narrative that can be pulled out of the game. It's certainly going to be an interesting game. SRH, it's going to be a game of the two heavyweight batters.
True,
But
true.
again, if you look at SRH this season, I think they are a well-rounded bowling attack as well. So yeah, time will tell.
Absolutely. Time will tell because every single game is important. In IPL, you cannot take any game lightly. And one game at a time, it should be deployed for all the teams. What about the SWOT analysis for the Mumbai Indians, Ajita? Let's take a look into that. Talking about the Mumbai Indians, what could be the possibility strength you see in this side?
I think there are two strengths. Firstly, the top order. I mean, sorry, the middle order. That is Tilak Verma and Surya Kumar Yadav, two world-class batters, and so that is. I mean, Tilak Verma, the way he has matured into a very good batter with consistent performances, that is certainly a strength for them. And now that he has scored back-to-back centuries as well for India, I think it'll inject some more confidence into his batting ability. And Surya Kumar Yadav, he has struggled with a little bit of form of late, but again, in Mumbai Indians colours, he has showed what he's capable of, and you cannot write him off. So I think that is these two are the middle order is the strength of Mumbai Indians. Secondly, I think that they have got plenty of match winners who can win matches on their day.
Okay.
You talk about Rohit Sharma. If he
Yeah.
scores a century, there is a good probability that MI is winning that game. You talk about Rand Rickelton and his performances recently. He can score big runs. He can convert his score as well. Talk about Tilak Verma, Surya Kumar Yadav. These are match winners on their day. With the ball in
100%.
hand, Trent Bolt. If he's in his rhythm, gets 4 wickets up front, you know whose match it is. We saw.
Absolutely.
Doesn't matter who the team is. So just with Bumrah, I think I do not need to say
He
anything about
doesn't
Bumrah.
need any recognition, I must tell you.
Exactly.
But yes,
Hardik Pandya, the all-rounder. I
so
think.
many matches. The best or one of the best all-rounders in the world. Hardik Pandya is
Yeah,
there. Mitchell Santner, his brain might just be working out in no matter which format
exactly.
he's bowling at. But what about the weakness? And that is where I think that they are missing a frontline spinner yet again. And I think that is where they might just get a bashing a little bit, but also a little bit of weakness in the bowling department. I see.
Yeah, definitely. I think if you look at the bowling department, how much would you rate out of 10? I think maybe 5 or 6. Like if without Bumrah, if Bumrah is not there,
Actually, I
that
was
is
about to
just a
talk to
5
you.
or 6. Yeah, so that is where the bowling department lacks. And Mumbai Indians is that one franchise that used to keep a lot of backups. Even now they have a Lizard Williams right there. They have Reece Topley, but Reece Topley is again another injury-prone bowler, and he might be a backup to Trent Bolt. So Trent Bolt is going to play mostly games, like all the 14 games. If he for in the league stages, let's say nothing happens, like no injury concerns.
Absolutely.
Deepak Chahar, like they have got
Oh
some
yes.
injury-prone guys over there. Deepak Chahar, Reece Topley. They already lost Allah Ghazanfar out there. Uh, so yeah, definitely not promising sign when it comes to bowling department. I think they really wanted to improve their bowling by having Deepak Chahar, Trent Bolt, but in the process somehow things are just not coming up well and
Clicking.
good for them.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah, absolutely. That is going to be a concern for the Mumbai Indians because a couple of them, as you rightly mentioned, are injury-prone players. But what about the opportunity? This team always has a lot of opportunity for youngsters. I can see Robin Binns out there in the sector. I can see Vignesh Puthur could be a possible outcome as a player to watch out for. Arjun Tendulkar, you said about Ashwini Kumar. Is it the year for the youngsters of the Mumbai Indians to turn it around? Is that the opportunity you're looking at?
Yeah, definitely, it can be an opportunity to them. But apart from that, I would like to say, like, obviously, the youngsters, this is IPL is an opportunity for them, right? No doubt about them. But if there is some cricketer that I really want to talk about is Deepak Chahar when it comes to opportunities. I think
Okay.
he did well for CSK in the past. He did well for Rajasthan state team in the past. He did for Indian team as well, and also in a T20 game with the bat, if I'm not
Correct.
wrong,
At
against
Sri
Sri
Lanka.
Lanka, perhaps.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. And he has incurred a lot of recurring setbacks, when it comes to injuries. And this is the moment. This could be his moment. He is in a super franchise who takes care of their players. Has one of the best facilities when it comes to player management, player training. So this is the opportunity for Deepak Chahar to redeem, to come back, to bounce back, and just one good season, he might be around the Indian team as well. Who knows?
Oh
The
wow.
2026 T20 World Cup is around the corner. You never know, right? So I
Absolutely,
think
you never
it's a
know,
great
but
opportunity
but
for Deepak.
but he has to stay fit, and that is the biggest criteria
That
that
is
you
the
set.
challenge.
Only if he
If he can play
faces
14 games,
correct
yeah.
14 games, get at least 16 plus wickets, then you have your say in terms of probably having a dream of playing India in the 2026 World Cup. That's a huge statement mentioned, Arjita. But what about the threat of the Mumbai Indians? I see a lot of threat in this side, especially the top four. If they get going, anything else from your end
Threat in the sense,
for the
threat in the
opponents?
sense, okay, for the opponents, I think some uncanny names can be threat as well. Bevan Jacobs, if he goes good, if he goes berserk, he can be a threat as well. He can be Kyron Pola 2.0 maybe in the future. But again,
Who will
uh,
get the new ball?
but Justin Bumrah is always a threat with the new ball. Trent Bolt is always a threat with the new ball. And Rohit Sharma, he never had a very good season. Like honestly, with for Mumbai Indians in IPL, he never had that huge season. If
True.
he can somehow manage to do it, and then he can be a threat to the opposition.
But last year around, if you see the numbers, Rohit Sharma had a better season than Surya Kumar Yadav. 417 runs for Hitman, while Sky had 345 runs.
But I think,
Tilak
yeah, but
Verma
I think
just
he had
had,
only one century and 150. If you just
yeah.
discount that
If
century
you
and
if you
50, they're
come,
just mid 30s, mid
I
40s.
don't think so. It's going to change anymore. He's not a player who's going to go for milestones. He's going to
Yeah,
continue
true.
his going bang 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 in IPL cricket as well. Just like he has introduced in the 2023 World Cup for India. I think he's going to go for that. Give you that blistering start in the 6 over power play, and then see what happens post the power play. He's going to play for the team for sure. That is another threat you said about. What about the strategy of the Mumbai Indians, Arjita? First question coming your way. Huge call taken in terms of having Ryan Rickelton into the side as a replacement of Quentin de Kock. In case the South African opener doesn't have a good start to the season, who does he replace? Keeping in mind he's also your wicket keeper in the side.
I think Will Jacks might bat at the top then, and KL Srijit is going to come into the side. I think he's a fabulous
Okay.
Karnataka batter. He has a lot of maturity in the recent Ranji Trophy outings as well. I know that is Test cricket, but he also performed well in the Maharaja T20 League, which is the Karnataka's premier
Yeah.
T20 league. Some quality action over there. KL Srijit, very mature. He's good against spin. He's good against pace, and it's the right time for him to transcend his domestic figures, domestic numbers into the IPL stage. That is
Absolutely.
what
I
we
really
are going
like
to
a
do.
new name into the sector. Mumbai Indians will definitely give him more opportunity if he clicks 1, 2 games for sure.
Yeah, I
That's a
think
good
Robin
name.
Mins is the other wicketkeeper they have, and he's good as
Yeah.
well. But he's more like he has a gung ho approach, and I think it's Kale Srijit who can be a good stabilizer in the middle order. And I know, according to the situation, he can bat.
Okay, so you're giving KL Srijit an edge over Robin Wins in terms of wicket keeping duty. That's a backup of Ryan Rickelton. What about the second strategy? Here it is. This is a huge question, I must tell you, because you have Deepak Chahar, Trent Bolt, both love to bowl with the new ball. If they both were in different teams, I'm sure both of them would have been used 3 overs inside the power play. But with Trent Bolt now getting additional responsibility of being playing a double role of not having Bumrah into the side, how will he use his 4 overs? Where does he bowl?
Yeah, I think it depends on his rhythm. Firstly, I would like to use him for the first 2 overs and see how well he's bowling. If he really looks in good rhythm, give him a 3 go. Like that's an attacking approach that you're gonna have.
Okay.
Give him the third over, see what he's capable of, and you have got Hardik Pandya. That is the best part about having Hardik Pandya. If you look at the Champions Trophy, he has improved a lot with his slower ones, and he bowled a lot of slow ones actually.
Yeah.
He's someone whose 2 overs can be utilized in this long overs phase, and then you can have 1 over of Trent Bolt at the back end or Deepak Chahar at the back end as well. So I think this is how the team should go about. It's all about what the situation is, assessing it,
Situation
and then
of it.
accordingly taking the action.
But if you're saying if you Bolt has a good day at the office, 3 overs inside the power play, one Deepak Char, one Trent Bolt, and 2 overs of Hardik Pandya in the death overs is what you're saying. This could look good, but if none of the bowlers go accurate to the plans and nail the Yorkers in the death overs, in those 4 overs I can see 60 plus runs. I'll be very honest about that.
Yeah, 100%. That can be the case with Mumbai Indians, and because the reason being they don't have adequate backup options, and I won't be surprised if that happens. But somehow they have to come up with something. I think this is where Mitchell Satner's 4 overs in the middle are going to be really, really crucial. How well
True.
he operates, how much of pressure he can exert. Because if you're exerting pressure in the middle overs phase, you might get wickets from other bowlers. He creates opportunities for other bowlers to take wickets, and that is when the pressure can be built. So yeah, it is going to be interesting, but certainly it's going to be one of those things that would really excite me at least.
100%. We will see how it goes, how Hardik Pandya, or if you say Surya Kumar Yadav in the first game, takes account in terms of the dead bowling. What about the third strategy? Here, let's take a look into that. This is a good question. I think I really want to know how would you approach Hardik Pandya, the batter. Would you play at number 4? There's no spot in number 4. Maybe number 5. Bat him a little bit high, give him more balls, or would you want to keep him and play him as a finisher because there's no more Tim David in their side?
Look, I would like to assess in which over he's coming to bat. I think if it's the 13th or the 14th over mark, I would like to give a go to Hardik Pandya, knowing that is like rest spinners or left arm orthodox spinners have 2 or 3 overs left during that time, and we know what
True.
Hardik is capable of. So he's very good against spin, and that is where he can just settle, just get himself settled against the spin, hit a few boundaries like he does, and then he can play a 30 or 40 runs knock or even a 50 runs knock, provided Tilak and Surya are batting well, and if they bat till 16th or 7th over, again, there is where Hardik Pandya comes. So I
True.
don't want to send him before the 13th or 14th over, but
Okay.
after 13th and 14th over, I can send Hardik Pandya.
Okay, maybe 13th and 14th over. After that is what you're thinking about Hardik Pandya. That's the situation of the game. What about the players to watch out for? Let's take a look into that. Okay, it's time for the players to watch out for. 4 players have been mentioned by Arijit. One for me. Tilak Verma, Bevan Jacob, Vignesh Patur, and Deepak Chahar are your 4 players to watch out for. May I know the reasons behind that, please?
Yeah, certainly. I think Vignesh Patur, I would like to talk about him first. I think he's a left arm wrist spinner, a China man from Kerala. He did well in the Kerala's T20 competition. There's a Kerala Premier League. I mean, did well in the sense he didn't have a great success when it comes to the wickets, but his bowling action and his bowling style, his variations attracted the scouts present over there. He was a part of Rajasthan Royals trials as well, some other team as well, and then
Okay.
he came in Mumbai Indians trials, as far as I know, and that is when Mumbai Indians were really they were pleased with his approach and they got him. And we know that they really need a spinner, wrist spinner, and it won't be surprising all of a sudden if on some day in a Chepauk or in a Ekana Stadium, this guy comes up and takes a lot of wickets.
Okay.
He particularly, huh?
Arey, aaram se bocha. What about the other 3? Tilak Verma doesn't need an introduction. Bevan Jacob, you said
Yeah.
about. Deepak Char, you're looking forward to. No big names. Are they no-brainers? Sky, Hardik, Rohit?
Yeah, look, I think the people know more about them. Like it's they like modern day cricket fans have a rounded opinion or rounded knowledge about these big names. So I try to confine myself into some important aspects, important names. Yeah, Tilak Verma, he's superb as well. Rohit Sharma, I mean, what more can I say? If he goes,
Absolutely.
if he tees off the opposition, it's going to be blast.
100%. And in terms of X Factor, I've gone with a player I really like recently, and that's Ryan Rickelton. I think he's a perfect replica of Quinton de Kock into the side. Really like the way they have brought him into the side, and straight away has the opening duties and the wicket keeper. Had a wonderful Champions Trophy for South Africa as well, who got eventually knocked out in the semi-finals. 263 runs in T20 Is, 134 strike rate. But if he plays in surfaces like Wankhede, I think he can definitely climb it up and go to the 160s. I'm looking forward to Ryan Rickelton having a good season for the Mumbai Indians, and then maybe have more contracts in IPL going forward. What about the predicted playing 11? This is where we've gone with the overall predicted 11, not considering that Bumrah is not going to play the initial game, not considering that Hardik is going to miss the game. I think this is the best possible 11 for Mumbai Indians. This is what I've gone with. This is the best possible 11 for the Mumbai Indians, considering that they have Bumrah back into the side, they have Hardik back into the side. This is what I've gone with, Arjita. Ryan Rickelton, I'm there. Santner is part of the side. Bolt is there as well. Your thoughts on this, please?
Yeah, it's a good playing 11. It's not a bad playing 11. There's a balanced side as well. Or I see Karan Sharma out there, exciting name, veteran, has won a lot of trophies, a lot of titles in IPL with various franchise. But I would like to have like if Will Jacks is playing, I would like to keep the spinning duties on Will Jacks and Mitch Santer, unless it's a very turning track. It's a slow dry track. Maybe get one more pacer instead of Karan Sharma if they're playing on Wankhede or maybe in KKR. So that is one approach that I would like to see. Maybe Ashwani Kumar, I would like to give him a go.
So you're saying Ashwani Kumar in place of Karan Sharma, then automatically I think Naman Dheer also gets out of 11 and having an extra overseas. Who is that? Is it Bevan Jacobs or is it Will Jacks?
Yeah, now interesting times. I think like it depends on the situation and the condition. Again, I think if they want an X factor all of a sudden, like it's a 17th over and they are falling short of batters, and you can add an impact overseas, go for Bevan Jacobs. So that is what I personally feel. If you don't have a space for overseas, go for someone like Robin Mintz, as you rightly mentioned. I think he can be an X factor. He can churn up good runs in quick time. So that is one thing that they can do as well.
Absolutely, that these are good options. But yes, you said about the bowling department, you've added one more left arm seamer into the side. That is where they need stability. And once Bumrah is going to be back, I think the three seamers are definitely going to be Deepak Chahar, Bumrah, and Trent Bolt, alongside Hardik Pandya. That's where I think Karan Sharma might be back into the side. What about the predictions of the Mumbai Indians? Let's take a look into that. Season predictions is on the line. Over to you. Your orange cap winner, purple cap winner, and your 4 teams who make it to the playoffs.
My orange cap winner, I personally feel it could be Jos Buttler, and he had. Yeah, I know. Like, we'll see, it can be Ruturaj Gaikwad, it can be Virat Kohli, it can be Shubman Gill, but I would like to go a little wayward down the line, and that could be Jos Buttler for me. The reason being, the 2 seasons that the one season that he had a blast, scored some 800 odd runs, 4 centuries. Like, he looked super for Rajasthan Royals. Now that he's not in Rajasthan Royals anymore, if we look at Gujarat Titans, I think Shubman Gill and Sai Sudarshan, they are more of an anchor and more of a crafter.
Correct.
They eventually score more runs. Jos Buttler, his natural play, he can play with freedom, and he can, if he gets going, if he goes past the 30 or 40 mark, it's a big score for Jos Buttler. So that is one reason I feel that he might score a lot of runs this year.
So whose return back to the old side will be more emotional for Gujarat Titans? Jos Buttler to Rajasthan Royals or Mia Magic to Bengaluru?
Emotional, I think like it's a difficult question. I think it's going to be Buttler, but again, it might be 50 to 48%. Like Mia Magic, obviously he belonged to
Mia
RCB,
Magic,
but
Virat
so
Kohli. I think that's going to be 70-30. I think that's going to be even more emotional. But let's stick back to the Mumbai Indians. You said about your orange cap winner. Purple cap winner, please.
Varun Chakrabarti.
Oh, this is the most recommended name, I must tell you, for the purple cap this season.
Exactly, man.
No surprises.
No surprises, and like you cannot discount the way he's bowling. Like it would be like it could be a sin if I discount him and not name him for the purple cap contender.
Okay, Varun Chakravarti, purple cap, no brainer. I think that's perfectly selected. What about the top 4? Who is your 4 teams that make it to the playoffs?
Difficult question. I never got it right. Like in IPL, whenever I tried. But yeah, I think look, CSK at their den. I think now they have such a squad that they might win 6 out of 7 games at home. Like, such is the team, and so I would like to back Chennai Super Kings this year.
Okay.
Delhi Capitals, if Akshar Patel's captaincy goes
100%.
well, they are a superb team. Right,
Absolutely.
CSK and Delhi Capitals locked. Now, here could be 2 teams out of this year. I'll name 3 teams, and out of that 2, there's a likely possibility, and that is KKR, Mumbai Indians and Sunrisers Hyderabad. From these three, maybe two teams goes. Like, yeah, others do have a chance, but again,
In that
this is what I
others,
personally
I
feel.
want to ask you, or rather, I want to know on behalf of everyone, because this RCB team is never a likely one for many of the viewers. Punjab Kings, they look strong on paper.
Punjab Kings look strong on paper, and now that they have got a very good captain, like it's really strong. But again, Punjab Kings, I think there's something wrong with the management, and that something like I do not have any proof, but uh, it does happen. Like something happens with Punjab Kings, even if they get good starts, somewhere down the line they are lacking. So, and if you look at their opening spot, I think there's I don't know who is going to open with Simran Singh. It could be
True,
Marcus
true.
Stoinis based on
He's
his Big
likely
Bash
to.
League records.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
he's likely to. Maybe Josh Inglis they could look to, but you're saying you have four
yeah.
teams. Now they're given five teams to make it to the. Out of these four, will make it to the playoffs. That's all we have. Thank you so much, Arijit. It's the Mumbai Indians. Can they make it six trophy? First one for Hardik Pandya as captain of the Mumbai Indians. That could be highly possible. What about Jasprit Bumrah? When is he coming back? Will he be 100% fit? Because after this, we have an England tour, which is also very important. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to Fifth Umpire. Press the bell icon as well. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Cricket Reborn as well, and also press the bell icon over there as well. Thank you so much, and bye bye.